everybody, Rowan Smith from the Mortgage Center. I want to cover a topic today which is appraisals and what part in the process they hold and when you're going to require them, when you're not going to require them for financing. So oddly enough, the more you put down, the greater chance you're going to need an appraisal. Whenever you buy something that's CMHC-insured, for example 5 or 10% down, your appraisal is done electronically by the lender, by CMHC, who has a kind of an internal valuation model that they use. So they'll look at that model, determine whether the price you're paying is fair based on comparable sales. It's often an automated process unless you're on the high end of property values, in which case they may have a person actually involved. If they do have a person involved in the process, they may insist on an appraisal anyway. But the standard rule is up to 20% down, you're probably not going to need an appraisal. Now, if you have more than 20% down, you will. And that's totally counterintuitive because you're putting more money down. Why do they need an appraisal if you're putting more cash down? The answer is that when you're not putting 20% down, CMHC is insuring that loan. So the bank isn't taking the risk. CMHC is the one taking the true risk that they're going to lose money on the file. If you put more than 20% down, then the bank is taking the full amount of the risk. In those circumstances, they're going to insist on an appraisal for sure. So does that ever stop? Well, with some banks, no, it's always an appraisal. In a lot of cases, if you're going to put 50% or more down on a property, then you may not need an appraisal. We may just be able to use the tax assessment or a desktop appraisal, which is just something that an appraiser does based on historical sales. So in the event that you're looking at buying a property and the broker is telling you that you need an appraisal, you have to realize this is an integral part of the process. Your home, your property is the security for that mortgage. So to think that they're going to take your word at the value or they're going to look at other homes that are for sale, that's not the lender's job. That's the appraiser's job. You can guarantee that there's going to be some form of appraisal or value estimation on every single deal that you do. So if you or somebody you know is being asked to get an appraisal by their lender, this is standard procedure. For the Mortgage Center, I'm Rowan Smith.